Hey guys, welcome. Did you know that high blood pressure affects nearly half of all adults in the United States? That's a staggering number, and what's even scarier is that many people don't even know they have it. This silent killer, as it's often called, is a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and even death. Every year, millions of people around the world lose their lives to complications arising from high blood pressure. It's a global health crisis, and it's time we start taking it seriously. What we eat plays a crucial role in managing our blood pressure levels. In this video, we're diving deep into 8 foods that you absolutely must avoid if you have high blood pressure or are at risk of developing it. While we're tackling a serious topic, I promise to make it easy to understand and give you practical tips to make healthier choices. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Let's kick things off with a real enemy: sugary drinks. We're talking soda, fruit juices, sports drinks, and those fancy coffee concoctions loaded with sugar. I know, they're delicious and tempting, but trust me, they're doing your body no favors, especially when it comes to blood pressure. Think of it this way: when you guzzle down a sugary drink, your blood sugar levels spike. This sends your body into overdrive, producing a surge of insulin and ultimately leading to a whole cascade of effects that can raise your blood pressure over time. It's like a domino effect, and the consequences are anything but sweet. But it's not just about the immediate spike in blood pressure. Consistently consuming sugary drinks can lead to weight gain, which is a major risk factor for hypertension. Plus, all that sugar can wreak havoc on your arteries, making them stiff and less able to relax, further contributing to high blood pressure. And guys, let's talk about something that's not often discussed: the impact of sugar on men's health, specifically erectile dysfunction. Studies have shown a strong link between high sugar intake and a higher risk of ED. Sugar can damage blood vessels, including those that are crucial for healthy sexual function. So, what can you do? The answer is simple: ditch the sugary drinks. Opt for water, unsweetened tea, or infused water with fruits and herbs for a refreshing and healthy alternative. Your heart and the rest of your body will thank you. Next up, we're tackling processed meats. Think bacon, sausage, deli meats, hot dogs. Basically anything that's been cured, smoked, or preserved. I know, they're convenient and oh so tasty, but they're loaded with sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats that can wreak havoc on your blood pressure. Let's start with sodium. These processed meats are packed with it. High sodium intake is directly linked to high blood pressure. When you consume too much sodium, your body retains water, which increases the volume of blood in your blood vessels, putting extra pressure on those artery walls. But it's not just the sodium content that's worrisome. Processed meats are also high in saturated and trans fats, which can increase your LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, clog your arteries, and raise your risk of heart disease. It's a double whammy for your blood pressure and overall health. Now, you might be thinking, but I only indulge in processed meats occasionally. However, even moderate consumption can have negative effects. A study published in the journal Hypertension found that people who ate the most processed meat had a 42% higher risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who ate the least. So, what's the bottom line? Limit your intake of processed meats as much as possible. If you do enjoy them, opt for leaner cuts, choose low-sodium varieties, and make sure they're not a regular staple in your diet. Canned soups might seem like a quick and easy meal option, but don't let their innocent appearance fool you. Many canned soups are loaded with sodium, often exceeding the recommended daily intake in just one serving. Remember how we talked about sodium increasing blood pressure? Well, canned soups can be a major culprit. Food manufacturers often add excessive amounts of sodium to enhance flavor and extend shelf life. While this might make the soup tastier, it's not doing any favors for your blood pressure. But it's not just the sodium content that's a concern. Many canned soups also contain added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients that can contribute to inflammation and other health problems. It's like a recipe for disaster disguised as a comforting meal. The good news is that there are healthier options available. Look for low sodium or no salt added varieties and pay close attention to the nutrition labels. Even better, try making your own soups at home from scratch using fresh, whole ingredients. That way, you control the amount of sodium and other ingredients that go into your food. 4. Pickles, the salty delight that can raise your blood pressure. Pickles, those tangy, crunchy treats, might seem harmless, but they can be a hidden source of sodium in your diet. Pickles are made through a process of fermentation or pickling, which often involves soaking cucumbers in a salty brine. While this gives them their characteristic flavor, it also loads them up with sodium. Just a few small pickles can contribute a significant amount of sodium to your daily intake. And remember, excessive sodium intake is a major risk factor for high blood pressure. When you consume too much sodium, it disrupts the delicate balance of fluids in your body, leading to water retention and increased blood volume, which puts extra pressure on your blood vessels. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up pickles entirely. If you enjoy them, moderation is key. Opt for low sodium or reduced sodium varieties and pay attention to serving sizes. You can also try making your own pickles at home using less salt or alternative seasonings to control the sodium content. 5. Frozen pizzas. Convenience at a cost. Frozen pizzas are a go-to for many people looking for a quick and easy meal. But while they might be convenient, they're often loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and processed ingredients that can negatively impact your blood pressure. Let's start with the crust. Many frozen pizza crusts are made with refined white flour, which is low in fiber and nutrients. This can lead to blood sugar spikes and crashes, which can contribute to high blood pressure over time. Then there's the cheese. While cheese can be a good source of calcium, many frozen pizzas pile on excessive amounts of cheese, which means extra calories, saturated fat, and sodium. And let's not forget about the processed meats, sugary sauces, and other toppings that often adorn these pizzas, all of which can contribute to high blood pressure. If you're craving pizza, there are healthier ways to enjoy it. Look for frozen pizzas with whole wheat crusts, lower sodium options, and plenty of vegetables for added nutrients. Or even better, try making your own pizza at home using fresh, whole ingredients. 6. Bread. The silent contributor to high blood pressure. Bread, a staple in many diets, can be a surprising contributor to high blood pressure, especially white bread. White bread is made from refined grains, which have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients during processing. This lack of fiber can lead to blood sugar spikes and crashes, which can negatively impact blood pressure over time. But it's not just the refined grains that are a problem. Many commercially produced breads also contain added sugars, unhealthy fats, and excessive amounts of sodium. These added ingredients can further contribute to high blood pressure and other health problems. The good news is that not all bread is created equal. Look for breads made with whole grains, which contain more fiber and nutrients. Check the nutrition labels and choose breads that are low in sodium and free of added sugars. 7. Alcohol enjoy in moderation for a healthy heart. While not a food, alcohol deserves a spot on this list because of its potential impact on blood pressure. Excessive alcohol consumption is a known risk factor for high blood pressure. When you drink alcohol, it causes your blood vessels to constrict, which can temporarily raise your blood pressure. Over time, heavy drinking can damage your heart and blood vessels, leading to chronic high blood pressure. It can also interfere with the effectiveness of blood pressure medications. Now, I'm not saying you have to abstain from alcohol entirely. If you choose to drink, do so in moderation. For healthy adults, that means up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. 8. Red meat, a delicious treat, but limit for optimal health. Red meat, while a good source of protein and iron, can be high in saturated fat, which can raise LDL cholesterol levels, the bad kind, and contribute to heart disease. High cholesterol levels can lead to plaque buildup in the arteries, restricting blood flow and increasing blood pressure. Processed red meats, such as bacon, sausage, and deli meats, are particularly harmful because they often contain added sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats that further increase the risk of high blood pressure. If you enjoy red meat, moderation is key. Choose leaner cuts, trim away visible fat, and limit your intake to a few times per week. Consider incorporating more plant-based protein sources into your diet, such as beans, lentils, tofu, and tempeh. So there you have it, 8 foods to be mindful of if you're watching your blood pressure. Remember, making small changes to your diet can have a big impact on your health. By choosing healthier options and limiting your intake of these blood pressure-raising culprits, you can take control of your health and lower your risk of developing hypertension. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more informative videos on health and wellness. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And for more tips on managing your health, check out this video on the screen right now. Until next time, stay healthy and take care.